Welcome back, lovely people, to Culture Current. I don't know if you have ever thought about this. I know I have many times. You hear it all the time, don't you? At the family gathering, over the phone with an auntie, or even just in a passing comment. You are not truly Ghanaian. For so many people, the second generation, it's a constant echo in our lives. We're caught in this strange, invisible tug of war. On one side, we have our parents who sacrificed everything to give us a better life in America, Canada, or the UK. On the other side is the Western world we were born into, the only reality we've ever truly known. And we're stuck in the middle, feeling like we don't fully belong to either. This isn't just a simple identity crisis. It's a fundamental conflict of expectations, a cultural chasm that seems to widen with every passing year. Let's be honest, it's as a divide that's often fueled by the very people who claim to want to preserve the culture. These purity tests that no one born outside of Ghana could ever realistically pass. They become the gatekeepers of an identity they themselves left behind. It's a strange irony, isn't it? They criticize us for not being Ghanaian enough, while they enjoy the fruits of a Western life. Let's break down the three big battlegrounds: language, marriage, and career. First, language. The accent. Oh, the accent. You try your best to speak Chewy or Ga, but it comes out with an American twang or a British lilt. Immediately, you're met with laughter. Not gentle, encouraging laughter, but the kind that makes you feel small. Ah, listen to the way you're speaking, they say. Your tongue is twisted. They forget that we weren't raised in an environment where our mother tongue was the default. We learned it in fragments on weekends, from parents who were often too tired from working multiple jobs to give us formal lessons. We learned English in school on TV with our friends. So when we are mocked for our attempts, what's the natural result? We stop trying. The fear of ridicule is a powerful silencer. And who does that benefit? It certainly doesn't help preserve the language. It just creates another barrier, another reason for us to feel like outsiders in our own homes. Then comes the big one, marriage. Pressure is immense. You're expected to marry another Ghanaian. Not just any Ghanaian, mind you. Preferably one from your specific ethnic group, approved by the family, and often someone who grew up back home. The logic is that they will understand the culture, respect the elders, and carry on the traditions. Our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors come from all over the world. We fall in love based on connection, shared values, and mutual respect, not a passport. And they won't understand our ways. It's as if our personal happiness is secondary to communal opinion. And this isn't just about marrying outside the race. It happens even when we date Ghanaians who also grew up in the West. Suddenly, the goalposts shift. That are too westernized. They don't have the proper home training. It's an impossible game to win. The elders who push this narrative often romanticize a version of Ghana that may not even exist anymore. They hold on to an ideal from their youth, failing to see that culture is not a static museum piece. It evolves, it adapts. By demanding we marry a specific type of person, they're not preserving culture. And in the process, they alienate their own children. They create a situation where we have to choose between the love of our life and the approval of our family. That's not a choice anyone should have to make. The Holy Trinity: doctor, lawyer, engineer. For our parents' generation, these professions represented stability, security, and prestige. It was the tangible proof that their sacrifice was worth it. We get it, we truly do. They came from a place of scarcity to a land of opportunity, and they wanted to ensure we would never struggle as they did. Their intentions are rooted in love. But the world has changed. The definition of a successful career is so much broader now. You can build a multi-million-dollar business from your laptop. You can be a world-renowned artist, a coder, a digital marketer, a therapist, a chef. But try explaining to a traditional Ghanaian parent that you want to be a YouTuber or a graphic designer. You're often met with a blank stare, followed by the question, "But how will you make a living from that?" There's a deep-seated fear of the unconventional, a distrust of any path that doesn't come with a guaranteed pension and a corner office. So many talented young people into careers they have no passion for. They spend years in medical school or law school, miserable and unfulfilled, just to please their parents. They live a life that looks good on paper but feels empty inside. What kind of success is that? We're a generation brimming with creativity and innovation, but that potential is often stifled by a narrow-minded view of what it means to be successful. The hypocrisy is that many of the same people who criticize our career choices are the ones consuming the very content we want to create, enjoying the art we want to make, and using the apps we want to build. So what's the real issue here? We want to build. We are a new creation, a fusion of we are not them. We are a new creation, a fusion of two worlds. We navigate a complex social landscape they never had to. A complex social landscape they never had to. The constant criticism, the gatekeeping, the "you're not truly Ghanaian" label, it's not just hurtful, it's counterproductive. It pushes us away. It makes us resent a culture we desperately want to be a part of. We want to speak Twi, we want to love our heritage, we want to make our families proud. But we need to be able to do it on our own terms. To the uncles and aunties, the community elders, the self-appointed guardians of culture, your children are listening. When you mock their accent, you're not teaching them the language, you're teaching them to be silent. When you dictate who they should love, you're not preserving tradition. You're teaching them. When you dismiss their dreams, you're not ensuring their security, you're crushing their spirit. The culture you want so desperately to preserve will not survive if you alienate the next generation. A culture that cannot adapt is a culture that is destined to die. True preservation isn't about creating a carbon copy of the past. It's about passing on the core values, respect, community, and trusting your children to carry them forward in a new world, in their own unique way. And for my fellow second-generation kids, I see you. I know how exhausting it is. I know the feeling of being perpetually misunderstood. But don't let their judgment define you. Your identity is valid. You are the whole of a new and beautiful thing. You are Ghanaian, full Nigerian, Ethiopian, and you are American or Canadian or British. You don't have to choose. Your twisted tongue is a testament to your dual heritage. Your love life is your own. Your career path is your own. We are the bridge between the old world and the new. It's a difficult place to stand, but it's also a powerful one. Let's stop seeking their approval and start approving of ourselves. Let's build our own community, one where we celebrate our unique hybrid identity. Because we are truly Ghanaian, and we are also so much more. Our experience isn't a crisis. It's an evolution, and it's time everyone recognized that. Thanks for watching. This is from the eyes or perspective of the second, third generation African immigrants, the Gen Z, Gen X, and all of that. If this resonated with you, drop a comment below and share your own experience. Let's continue this conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that speaks our truth.